Reviewers, we've been teasing it for a while, but the day has finally come. The Don't Be Dumb hoodies are officially here. Go to jbandbennybluereview.com/merch to order yours today. And now through Cyber Monday, get free shipping when you use the promo code THEREVIEW at checkout. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What is good, people of the review land? How are you? How are you doing? How are you feeling? In the words of Outkast, as Bizzleman was listening to here on our IG story, feeling great, feeling good. How are you, reviewers? How are you doing? Yeah. How the fuck are you doing? We're doing splendid, because you know it's another day. We're living, we're breathing, we're living our dreams. JB's out here training the finest young men here in these high school football, soon to be college streets. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, it's a beautiful thing with the academy. Make sure you check them out, and make sure you check us out at JB and Benny Blue for all your social media needs. At jbandbennybluereview.com. Right. You can listen to us on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, TuneIn, Castbox, iHeartRadio, and of course YouTube. You know, JB, I gotta tell you, man. You know, we tell people to go to our website, which is important to do. Make sure you do that, because there's lots of things that you can do there, especially listen to, you know, past episodes, and I made it even easier to listen to episodes right off of our website. You can do it on Spotify, you can do it on Stitcher, and you can subscribe right there. It's a beautiful thing. But damn it, JB, we've been teasing it. Hell, we even ran fucking ads for it on this fine recording at one point. JB, tell the reviewers out there, if they have been living under a rock over this last day or two, what has finally come to fruition on our fine website.
Well, reviewers out there, man, it has finally come to fruition. And big shout out to Trends Collab, you know what I'm saying, for hooking us up, for getting the merch, finally getting the merch cracking. The Don't Be Dumb hoodies are now available on our website. Click on our website, www.jbandbennybluereview.com, and you can go straight from there, man, straight from there to that link. We got a Black Friday sale coming up. Don't miss out, man. Get your Don't Be Dumb hoodies available today, all the way up to a 2X. From small to a 2X, we got you hooked up from an array of colors. All right, you want to shout your boys out, you want to help us out, you want to support your boys, hey, don't be dumb. Go to our website and get you a Don't Be Dumb hoodie.
Exactly, and for that deal that has actually just begun, and it's going to go now through Cyber Monday, because listen, man, we already know how people get down with the Black Friday shopping and all that good stuff, right. But damn it, don't worry about trying to give someone the people's elbow to get a flat screen. Get something that nobody else has. A Don't Be Dumb shirt. Whenever it's out in public, whenever people see it online, they legitimately ask us, how can I get it? Well, now you can. And reviewers, just for you getting it during this Black Friday sale, we're giving you a special treat. Use the promo code THEREVIEW. That's right, THEREVIEW, and we'll give you free shipping. You get the free shipping deal from now through Cyber Monday. And artists, check this out. If you buy a Don't Be Dumb hoodie, we will play your music on the podcast. That's right. I'm going to say it one more time. If you're looking for that fresh, fitted hoodie that you're looking to rock in the new photo shoot, the new music video, whatever you got going on, buy the hoodie and we will play your shit on the podcast. That's an extra incentive to get it done. So just go to jbandbennybluereview.com/merch. Click the image of the one that you want, and it'll take you right to the checkout to get it done. It's a beautiful thing, man. Long overdue, but sometimes, as JB was talking about here before we started in our patent production meeting, you know, man, sometimes timing is everything, bro. And things work out for a reason. And it just so happened it worked out for the Black Friday sale. So fuck with us on that. Yeah, man, the merch is here. How are you feeling, bro? What's going on with the young Mr. Day there in Reedley? What's good in your world?
Well, you know, so we right now I'm sitting there watching the live stream of the Reedley College Tigers taking on whoever the fuck they're playing right now. And this is basically they earned another game to play. So basically their bowl game, if you will. They've beaten this team before. You know, we all know in sports it's hard to beat a team twice. So they're going to war right now. Scores 27-21. Reedley just scored again. I'm anxious to see what's going on defense. I missed the last touchdown the opposing team scored. But I know mine ain't getting taxed. I know he handling his, you know what I'm saying? He better be.
Correct.
You know what I mean? So, but other than that, man, kid's doing great, man. He's having a hell of a year. Just needs to finish strong. Doing well in the classroom, man. Everything's good. Gizzo.
Nice. That's a beautiful thing. And bro, you've been, as you know, I'm very proud of you for the persistence that you've had in developing your own platform what's been going on now that for most kids, certainly in the desert area that are winding down the high school football playoffs and kind of getting into the off-season stuff. Tell the reviewers who may be interested, especially those who actually still play the game, still coach, train, all that good stuff. What's going on with the academy, with what you're doing with the training?
Well, the on-site training has started officially for Online Academy. When I say on-site training, that means I get in touch with these coaches and I speak to them about what I do, the services I provide, and I go to their spot and train the children that choose to take my services, take up my services. So that part of the Online Academy has officially started this morning. Training my kids in Gilbert High School. It will continue tomorrow. A couple young men I'm training tomorrow morning. And it'll just continue to get bigger and bigger. And but the wheels are in motion right now. The foot's on the gas. We rolling right now, baby.
Indeed. So, I mean, reviewers, young reviewers, not even just in the greater Phoenix area, but over time, beyond other parts of the country, understand you could get some real game, some real training, some real technique from a legit pro, a gentleman who knows what he's doing, and he knows how to coach well because he has experience, and he can add something to your game that's going to greatly benefit you at the next level. So don't sleep. You're going to get more information as time goes on, especially through our podcast promo platform. So just be on the lookout for that. Because now you know what I mean? Now we're, the beauty of the winter, man, the winter months is that it's that beautiful hibernation period. You could be in a place where it's 80 degrees every day like where I'm at, but still, there's something about the winter months that allows you to, put something in the oven and let that shit bake. So that's
we're not talking about a damn baby, you fucking freaks. Right. Some dude out there listening right now like, hell yeah.
Right.
Put something in the oven and let it bake, baby. Nah, fool, we ain't talking about getting bras pregnant. We talking about putting that idea in the oven, let it marinate, you know what I'm saying?
Right. We understand this is cuffing season, reviewers, but be clear, the pullout game is strong. Thank you very much. All right. Reviewers. Speaking of some player shit, speaking of some being smooth out here in these streets. JB and I are big fans of music.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a particular artist that inspired this next segment, which I believe is the first of the podcast, but it seems to be the right time in the football season to talk about this. Businessman and I are big fans of one Mr. Freddie Gibbs. He put out one of the best albums of any genre this year, right alongside our guy Nipsey Hussle, two friends of the show, we might add. And that's some music that we listen to a lot. And oddly enough, I picked up on this. Reviewers, longtime reviewers, you already know JB is the king of finding different pop culture references to put into his comparisons. You know what I mean? His metaphors. I noticed that he has referenced MC Hammer over the last couple weeks.
Yes, I have.
I don't know why it's come to his brain, but it has, and it worked out great. Because reviewers, we are introducing a new segment inspired by a Freddie Gibbs song and the original song by one MC Hammer, Master of Ceremonies Hammer.
Uh-oh.
Shout out to Oakland, where I will be this week, actually. Shows, all that good shit. We'll get in that later. JB, it is time for a new segment about some teams that might not have winning records, but might not have losing records either. There's 10 of them I'm going to throw at you in a new segment, reviewers, that we like to call Too Legit to Quit. Cue the music. Let's go right now. We out here too legit to quit. JB, we're going to break it down by division with some teams that can't really decide if they're good or they're bad. So I want you, GM, General Managers, Jeremy, Savage Bridges, to decide if this team is, damn it, are you going to be good? Are you going to be... It's time to make a choice, NFL. You either got to be good or you got to be bad. Fuck this in the middle
shit.
Gotta
do it. No, and look, ain't no lukewarm going on, right?
Exactly.
You got to be hot. You got to be cold, baby.
Right, so we got to help these teams make a decision right off the bat, starting with the AFC East. The Dolphins, they are 5-5. Now, they play well at home, and they play poorly on the road. Point differential is minus 57. They're on a one-game losing streak. They're at a 500 record, bro. Are the Dolphins too legit to quit?
Well, let's look at their conference. That's kind of where we got to start. When we stand with all these teams, we got to look at the conference. We got to look at what the conference is. The NFC, they're in the AFC. What we consider the AFC South. Is that it? Let me see. Dolphins. Look at Dolphins. AFC East. Okay, we got the Buffalo Bills. We got the New England Patriots. We got the Jets. Man, look, New England, we know what New England's going to do. You know, I don't think anybody's worried about New England and what they got going on. We know what New England's going to do, okay? I'm waiting on my computer to pull up the Dolphins' schedule for the rest of their schedule. Okay, so the rest of their schedule, we got the Bills, we got the Patriots, we got the Vikings, we got the Jaguars, we got the Bills. The Bills are a sneaky good football team when they want to be. And good, I mean, I use that word sparingly.
They mashed out the Jets last week. Good Lord.
Yeah, but I mean, that ain't
SavagePicks. Good God.
That ain't saying much, though. Like, the Jets,
right.
Like, come on. But, so, okay, the Bills, again, they got to play them twice within the next 6 weeks. Are they going to beat them twice? I don't know. The Patriots, they're not going to beat the Patriots. Okay, it's not going to happen. The Vikings, they got to play them at the Vikings. Not going to happen. Let's see here. What else? The Jaguars, who knows? And they got to go to the Bills in the last game of the season. It's going to be freezing fucking cold, okay? Dolphins, sorry. I think that you guys are just going to continue to fall by the wayside. 500 right now, 5-5. That's pretty much, you know, the best y'all going to get. Maybe win one more against the Bills. Maybe get a win against the Jaguars, but that's pretty much all you got.
Okay. Well, moving to the AFC North, you got a couple squads in here right off the bat. The Bungles, they're 5-4. They're basically 500 home and away. You know, I mean, they're not great in terms of consistently stopping people, and you know they're banged up here on offense, particularly with like AJ Green and some of their playmakers. They did bring back old Hugh as basically like a consultant, I guess, to kind of help out the offense, help out the play calling. The Bengals too legit to quit.
And when you look at that, Benny, it's just a coincidence they're playing the Browns this week. So they would hire him.
Oh, a little revenge.
Right.
Little revenge game.
Yeah. So the Bungles, brother. I don't know, man. Like these dudes, they're kind of like the Atlanta Falcons. You know what I'm saying? They're literally the Atlanta Falcons of the AFC. They just
right. It's a good comparison.
They're just not gonna do right, man. They're really just not gonna do right. And right now they're 5-4, behind Pittsburgh with 6-2. Man, it's just not looking good. Look at this schedule. Let me pull this schedule up and see what's going on. All right, so here we go. We got this game coming up.
Playing the Ravens.
So they got the Ravens coming in. Yeah, they got the Ravens and they got the Browns next week. They got to go into Baltimore, which is, I don't know if Baltimore's at full strength. I don't really know their whole injury thing, what they got going on. They got to play the Browns. They got to play the Broncos. They got to go to the Chargers. They got to play the Raiders, and they got to go to the Browns again. So again, another team that has to play a division team twice within 6 weeks. You ain't gonna beat them twice, I don't think. You know, every once in a while you'll sweep a team in your division. But the Browns, again, are a sneaky, decent football team. And the Bengals just have too many flaws. Like the Browns, I feel like the Browns will beat them at home. The Chargers definitely gonna beat them at home. I mean, right now, you know what I'm saying, that's 2 losses, you know what I'm saying? So right now they're at 5-6. And if they just happen to beat the Ravens, they'll be again at 500. They're not getting it. Not with that. Not with that.
Okay, well, moving on to the team right behind them. It's the Ravens. Now they're 4-5. Team that probably should be a little bit better, but obviously they've been having some issues in terms of getting the ball downfield. They're kind of in the same boat, about 500 home and away. And the big issue with them, you alluded to it, and by the way, they're also on a 3-week losing streak. Well, you alluded to it. They have an issue now where it looks like it's either going to be RG3 or the young Lamar Jackson starting. The Ravens, right. too legit to quit.
Exactly right. I feel like Cincinnati going into Baltimore, and if RG3 starts, then they'll have a better chance to win if Lamar Jackson starts. Not taking anything away from Lamar Jackson. I feel like he's going to be dynamic, but he's going to count on his feet a whole lot more. He's going to count on his arm being in his first start. So I feel like Cincinnati will get. I think the Ravens are pretty much done at 4-5 right now at this point in the season. I don't see them really sparking anything up, especially with Flacco has a little bit of, he's dinged up a little bit. Lamar Jackson had a sickness, if I believe it's correct, what I remember. He had a little illness. It is that time of year, you know what I'm saying? The germs are floating. So they're playing the Bengals. They got the Raiders. They go to the Falcons. They go to the Chiefs. They go to the Chargers. That's 3 losses. Right? Count them up.
Okay. Now moving to the AFC South, you got a couple squads. You got a team that we picked against, which they make shit jank as fuck at home. It's the Titans. And they're 5-4. They're 3-1 at home. They've won a couple in a row. But taking a look at the rest of their schedule, bro, are they too legit to quit? Them Titans?
See here. Titans, are you going to tighten up or you going to loosen
it? Titans, you're going to tighten up?
Are you tightening up or you loosen it? Oh, they're at the Colts this weekend. All right, man, you better get it right because Andrew Luck and them play really well at home. Their offensive line is playing better ball. The defense is playing solid ball, and Andrew Luck is getting back to Andrew Luck form. Going to the Texans. I don't know, buddy. I don't know. That's going to be a battle of attrition, a war of attrition right there because two good defenses, two stingy defenses, two quarterbacks that are similar play style. It's going to come down to the running game. Who's going to run the ball better? That's kind of a toss-up to me. The Jets, they'll beat the Jets. They might beat the Jaguars. Giants, I'm pretty sure they'll get that W. Then they have to go. The Redskins coming in, and the Colts again. Another team that has to play the same team within the same 6 weeks. Come on, man. Like, that's hard to do. It's hard to do. So it's hard to beat them twice. At 5-4, I'm not sure exactly how the AFC stacks up all the way. I feel like the Titans can make a push to get a wild card. I feel like they're a team that, if any team right now that's kind of on the bubble, which is right above 500 or at 500, has a chance, based on their defense solely, I feel like the Titans can pretty much make a little hay.
Okay, and speaking of the team that they got to play, it's Chad Carr's Colts, and they're 4-5. They're about 500 there on the home and road. And you're right, Andrew Luck is starting to pick up steam. They've won 3 in a row, and to me, I think this is a team that could make a heater and maybe not necessarily make the playoffs, but could mess it up for some of these other teams to really knock them out of the picture. So what do you think about them Colts? Are they legit for the rest of the season?
They're definitely going to be a spoiler to a lot of people. They're definitely going to spoil a lot of people. On a bunch of people's parade because they're gaining momentum right now. They're learning who they are. Again, they play the Titans this weekend. Hey, Titans better tighten up. They play the Dolphins after that at home. I feel like they'll get that win. They go to the Jaguars. We don't know what Jaguars are doing, so I'm going to say the Colts will go down there and fare well against them. They have to go to Tennessee. Go to Houston. That's going to be a rough matchup. Versus the Cowboys, hey, we never know what the Cowboys are going to do. I feel like they're playing some decent ball right now. Their defense the other night showed a spark. It was crazy to watch them fly around. All right, the Giants are done data, and again the Titans. So, the same team, it's weak. All right, I feel like they're gonna spoil the whole. They're gonna rain on a bunch of people's parade, like you said. I don't feel like they're gonna make the playoffs, but they're gonna spoil some people's celebration.
All right, well, that's the AFC. Now let's move on to our conference, the old NFC. And we'll start with the old NFC East. Oh, God, why am I even opening with this? But it has to be done because, damn it, JB, they do it every season. It's your... the Cowboys. They're 4-5, and boy, I tell you, man, whenever somebody digs their grave, they got a way of like a horror movie, just seeing the hand come out of the dirt and say, "Not yet, Satan." They're still hanging around technically. They're 3-1 at home. We picked against them the other week, and they have a way of doing that shit. But then again, you can't really trust them because you don't know how much they're going to use Zeke and really open up their offense. They're fairly stout on defense, but look, man, just taking a look at them for the rest of the season. Are the fucking delusional Dallas Cowboys legit?
All right, so they got the Falcons. That's the next game coming up. They play at Atlanta. It's hard to do. All right, let's be real. I bang on the Falcons a lot, but it's hard to win in Atlanta. All right, they have a very lively crowd. They do have home field advantage because their crowd really kicks in. They are facing the Redskins, NFC East division rival. Skins are playing good ball. That's all I can say about them. And Dallas is going to have to bring their hard hat because they're going to play well in DC. Versus the Saints, no chance. Versus the Eagles, I don't know which Eagles are going to show up. You know what I'm saying? At the Colts, that's going to be a sneaky good game because again, Colts we just talked about facing hell. And then versus the Buccaneers, I mean, I don't know. And then at the Giants again. So unlike a lot of teams we just talked about, they don't have to face the same foe in 6 weeks. They don't have to face the same foe twice. Well, Cowboys, I don't know. I really don't know. And I can't say because who knows what Cowboys are going to show up. You know?
Right.
If they show up, they'll beat the Falcons. If they show up, they'll beat the Redskins. They can't beat the Saints. I'm sorry. They're just not there. If they show up, they'll beat Philly again. Show up, they'll beat. I mean, I feel like they can make a push. Now, the NFC race. I'm not looking at the NFC right now. I'm just looking at Dallas. I don't know what the NFC race looks like. Of course, we know who's head of the division. We got the Rams. We got the Redskins in the East. All right, we got who else? We got New Orleans
Saints
in the
and Bears.
South. and we got the Bears in the north. So those are solidified. Of course, we got Minnesota creeping up. Carolina still lurking. So at this point right now, we're looking at Carolina and Minnesota as the wild card, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget Seattle because they're sneaky. You know what I'm saying? They'll creep up on it. But so as far as Cowboys, if they play decent ball, if they play ball like they played the other night, then I feel like they'll make some hate and they'll sneak into a wild card spot. But some people got to lose for that to happen.
That's right. So in the words of Lloyd Christmas from Dumb and Dumber, you're saying there's a chance.
So you're telling me there's a chance. Yeah,
you're telling me there's a chance.
Yeah, and also with Green Bay losing other night, yeah. So the Cowboys definitely have a chance to kind of sneak in there. Again, people have to lose, but the Cowboys have a chance to sneak in.
Okay, well, speaking of teams that have to lose and certainly need to find a way to win, it's your drafting team, the EAGLES Eagles, them Blades up in Philly. They're 4-5 too. They had an opportunity to make a statement win against the Cowboys at home. They didn't get it done.
Didn't do it.
And I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, talk to me. They got Golden Tate now. Like, what did they have to do to become legit? I mean, is it even possible at this point?
Well, they got to go to New Orleans this weekend.
Ooh.
Yeah.
God bless you.
Les bon temps roulés is what they say down in New Orleans. That means let the good
times roll.
The
fleur de lis.
That means let the good times roll. So I think the good times are going to roll in New Orleans this weekend. I don't think Philly got nothing for them. Their best bet is to try to get their running game going, which is we know they have running back issues, O-line issues. So right now, against the Saints, I see nothing. Against the Redskins and the Cowboys, these are all teams that are picking up steam. The Rams, we know what they do. The Texans at the Redskins again. They're not going to beat the Redskins twice. All right? I think Philly is done. I think you can stick a fork in them. I think you got to get healthy and get ready for that.
Gotta love the year after the Super Bowl. Hey, man, it happens to the best of them. Moving right along to my division, that's the NFC North, the old black and blue division. JB, unfortunately, there's only one team that I'm picking for this segment, and it's the motherfucking Cheese Eaters. They're 4-5. They're still in it technically. They had a hard-fought one. Kind of made some bonehead, decisions at the end. They kind of fuck it up for them.
4th and 2, they should have went for that.
Yeah, they should have went for it. That's a whole other thing. And I guess in Savage Picks we want to get into it, but really we need to get into their season because they're still hanging around. Kind of, they're 4-5. Old Rodgers and the crew. I mean, they're 0-5 on the road. I mean, just taking a look at their schedule. I mean, did the Packers have a shot to be legit? What's going to happen with these fucks?
They got some high points, man. Devontae Adams, Aaron Jones, the running back. Devontae Adams, the receiver. They got to start using Jimmy Graham better. They really got to start using this guy.
My God.
And they got to start running the ball, to slow down.
Yeah. Aaron Jones, decent player, making some hay.
Because their defense is so iffy, right? So iffy. You never know which defense is going to show up for the Packers. Sometimes their defense is good. Sometimes it's really, really bad, right? So, hey, we'll see who shows up. Well, against Minnesota here, if that bad man Aaron Rodgers is in full effect, then Kirk Cousins, they're kind of dink and dump offense. I mean, I understand Thielen and what's the guy's name? I always forget his name.
Diggs.
Yeah, Diggs. They're deep threats. We know what they do. It can be a shootout. Very well can be a shootout out of Minnesota. Versus us, I don't know. Honestly, that's a toss-up. I mean, I got to ride with my Birdgang. You know what I'm saying? The Falcons, that's going to be rough. At the Bears, I don't see them winning that. Honestly, to be real with you, because the Bears' defense is phenomenal. And again, we talked about offensive line. The Packers' offensive line is very just, you know what I'm saying, to say the least.
Yeah.
All right. At the Jets, they'll probably bomb on the Jets, and then against you guys in Green Bay, they'll probably get you guys, you know what I'm saying, because, he's going to be swinging. It don't matter, you know what I'm saying, he still is who he is. Aaron Rodgers, and they play well at home. It's, end of the season, it's going to be cold as shit. It's going to be one of them knockdown, drag-out type games. I can't count Green Bay out just because Aaron Rodgers, man. You can't count him out. You have to. In the words of Stephen A. Smith, he's a bad man. All right?
Right.
And if they can protect that bad man, then it's going to be real tough.
Right. Well, from a bad man to a possibly bad team, moving to the NFC South, it's the old Dirty Blades. They are 4-5. You talk about another team, man, that just has a way of just being jank. And, they really do. I mean, they play decent at home, poor on the road. and you really don't know. Like you said when we were covering the AFC, you know, them and the Bengals are the fucking Spider-Man meme, just pointing at each other. Like they don't really understand how to put all three phases of the ball together to win consistently. So, bro, them Falcons, are they legit, or do they need to get the fuck up out of Dodge?
I can't put a finger on the Falcons, and I never know why they are what they are. Right now, I think they have an identity crisis. I don't think they know who they are offensively. And defensively, they have way too many holes. They got a couple key guys back. I mean, they got Irving from the Raiders, if I'm correct. Mm-hmm. And they got their starting middle linebacker back, their Pro Bowl starting middle linebacker who's been out with a foot injury. And we don't know exactly how is he back to 100%, or is it, you know, pretty much when you come back from injury, if you're about 85%, they put you back on the field. So, well, I mean, with those two key pieces on defense, I feel like they'll fare a whole lot better because let's face it, the Cowboys' offense is not that fucking elaborate. I mean, if they get the ball to Zeke, then they're doing great things. He's just like the Todd Gurley or the used to be Le'Veon Bell of the NFL. You give him the ball, great things are going to happen for your offense. You don't give him the ball, your offense is going to struggle. Come on. They go to the Saints. I don't see them getting that win. They play the Ravens. Who knows? They got to go to the Packers. That's a dome team versus a cold weather team. Hey, who knows? All right. We play them down there in Atlanta. Who knows? They got to go to the Panthers. I don't see them winning that game, honestly. And then they got to go to the Buccaneers. I think they'll fuck around and lose that one because the Buccaneers will be sneaky good last game, trying to ruin their shit. I don't think the Falcons, I don't think the Falcons got it in.
Okay. And finally moving to your division, it's the NFC West. And no, Bizzleman, I'm not talking about the Niners. And no, I'm not even talking about your beloved Birdgang. I'm talking about the Seattle. Oh, you beat me to it.
Yeah.
One of JB's favorite things to do. He's scaring the neighbors. What the fuck is going on? Is there a creature on the loose? And it could be a bird fucking flying the coop, as JB says. It's the 5 and 5. Sneaky good? Question mark. Rashard Penny, Russell Wilson, fucking defense making some plays. Tedrick Thompson, you know, making some hay. They got some playmakers, man, and they got a consistent culture and a consistent coach. Do the Squawks have it in them to make a late season run to fucking get and steal a wild card?
All right, they're at Carolina this weekend. Well, not this week. They have a bye this week, okay? The next week, next time they play, they're at Carolina. So they got 10 days off, all right, basically off of the playing field. So they're going to prepare for Carolina, but they play up at Carolina. For whatever reason, Carolina has some holes in their defense, and I think that Russell Wilson dancing around is going to exploit them. I'm not saying they're going to win that game, but the Panthers better watch out. 49ers, they'll beat them, all right? The Vikings, I think they'll beat them. 49ers, they play them again, they'll beat them. The Chiefs, I don't know. I don't know, all right? I don't know. It's going to be even later in the season. The thing that might sway that is the Chiefs is going to be later in the season. Is Andy Reid going to back off the gas? All right? Is he going to back off the gas? Is he going to be playing for a first-round bye? All right? Is that going to come into play? Certain things are going to come into play with that Chiefs game. And then versus the Cardinals, hey, hopefully we can piss on their parade. If they are in the runnings, we can piss on their parade and get a W out there in the greater Pacific Northwest. So, Seattle.
Bam.
Watch out for them. That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say watch out for them guys.
All right, reviewers, sure, watching football is fun, but it's more entertaining when you have some action on the games. Guys, you've heard us talking about this for weeks. Some of you are still on the sidelines. Whether you're an expert or a rookie, you should be betting at MyBookie.
Now, reviewers out there, man, if you're the kind of guy or girl that likes to bet a little and win a lot, you know, like playing the numbers on roulette, you know, you can create a big parlay. What I'm talking about is picking 3 teams to win. And if you hit all 3, you could turn $100 into $600. That's right, reviewers. I said it, 100 into 600. Hey, there's so much to bet on right now. We got football, we got basketball, we got hockey, we got huge UFC fights, so much more. MyBookie is the one bet we know you'll be happy with all year. We recommend these guys because we really trust them. MyBookie has been in business for years. They've got great online reviews, and their mobile site is easy to use.
Yeah, so backed by popular demand, MyBookie will offer a 100% bonus for one more week this year. That's right. If you've been thinking about placing your pick all season, but you haven't manned up yet, well, now it's time to make your move after Sunday's kickoff. You can kiss that bonus goodbye. Also, make sure to follow at BetMyBookie on Twitter and Instagram. They personally respond to every mention. They really do. They're actually every mention and DM. Not to mention that they've given away nearly $10,000 in free money to their followers this football season. That's right. You'll be the first to know as soon as new odds and props are posted. Log on to MyBookie right now and don't miss out on your last opportunity to collect the industry's biggest bonus. Use promo code Benny and you'll get your first deposit matched 100%. That's promo code Benny, Benny. MyBookie, you play, you win, and you get paid.
Yeah, dig. You on the dig?
Bam. Well, shit, there it is. So that's it. That's the new segment here, Too Legit to Quit. We'll see which of those 10 teams, those 5 AFC and those 5 NFC teams, can make a run, maybe fuck up some people's seasons, or, maybe get in the wild card, or damn it, they just need to pack up their tent like the fucking Barnum and Bailey circus and hit the dusty trail. So we'll see what's good with that. But that's covering the full scope of the season. But damn it, we got to find out where we're at in the present day.
Where they
at, to get in these. Where they at, though? Shout out to T.I. But before we find out what's going to happen in Week 11, we got to see how shit went down in Week 10. And with a drum roll, please. JB made up some difference. He's at 69, 63, and 2, and yours truly is at 74, 59, and 2. Let's get into it with some of our picks from Week 10. We both foolishly picked the Panthers over the Steelers, who were on a run. And then my Kitties got beat by the Bears, who are playing some good ball. And, they're looking good as far as, being in front of the division, all that stuff. Saints whipped the fucking Bungles. The Browns, Baker, I woke up feeling dangerous. Mayfield. And that was a fun game to watch. They got shit going. They had some good ball playing. Titans, well, like we talked about here in the Too Legit to Quit, they made it very jank for the Patriots, who just have a way of losing these weird games in places like Tennessee or Miami, shit like that. Jaguars, there was an awful lot of shit talking y'all boys did at the very beginning of the season, and you guys are suspect as fuck, and you lost to the Colts. Hey, man, I was part of the Birdgang for what they were doing in the first half, but obviously, Chiefs very high-flying in terms of what they got going on offense. The Bills fucking signed Orange County Matt Barkley off the street, and they destroyed the fucking Jets 41-10. JB gets his MyBookie bet of the week with the Skins over the old pirate ship. The Chargers keep rolling. They beat the Raiders, who are just in the toilet right now. The Packers get their win from last week, and then the Rams end up beating the Squawks in a good one, and then the old Cowgirls got it done against the Eagles, and the G-Men, they went to the old Big Bell Bottom, and they got it done against the Niners. So that's what happened there in Week 10. But now, damn it, like a motherfucking motivational speaker, we got to look forward to Week 11 with these motherfucking Savage picks. Cue the music. Let's go. Let's do it. Hey, Squawks. They beat the Packers. We both picked the Squawks. Oh, man. Yep. Damn, I heard that echo from here. Good lord. The Squawks. Anyway, the fucking Squawks. All right, they got it done. All right, moving into our picks here. It is Cowgirls at the Dirty Birds. They're both 4-5. Both of these teams need a win, JB.
They do.
And the line is 3.5 for the Dirty Birds at home. What you got?
ATL, shout it. Look, hey, I feel like the Falcons will get it done in the big Maybach. They're going to sway back in the big Maybach against these Cowgirls. You know what I'm saying? Again, the Cowboys, if they can get the ball to Zeke, they'll make it a competitive game. But other than that, hey, they do well on turf. You know what I'm saying? On their home turf, I should say. Look for a big game out of my young Edo Smith. They're going to use him. If they're smart, they'll use him in different ways. And also, the Falcons' defense, again, we talked about them newly acquired Irvin, and also their middle linebacker coming back, which I'm pretty sure he'll want to play for this game. He'll probably be ecstatic to play for this one. I got the Falcons over the Cowgirls. Come on.
Well, against my better interest, I'm going to pick the Cowgirls on the road for multiple reasons. Number one, they are in similar conditions to the old Jura world. They're going to be playing on that turf. Not so well kept secret about Atlanta. A lot of Cowboys fans in Atlanta, so it's going to be basically a split crowd, if not a little bit more for the Cowboys. I don't know how well the Falcons are going to be able to stop the run, and I think the Cowboys can be just stout enough to win a game that I am absolutely not going to watch. Number one, because I will be on the road, and number two, even if I was in the comfort of my home, I would still opt out of that choice, because I'm not going to watch two 4-5 teams who are probably going to play a sloppy-ass game to the end, but of the sloppiest, the least sloppy, will be the Cowboys at least this week. So I'm picking the Cowboys this week. All right, Bizzleman, it's your former employer, the Black Cats, Catch Scratch Fever, going to the old Ford Field, the Mo, and they're playing my kitties who need basically like, this is it, kitties. This is it. You're 3-6. I mean, 4-5 or 4.5 point line for the Black Cats at home.
Catch Scratch Fever, bro. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got issues, things y'all gotta sort out, work out. Here's what it is, you know what I'm saying? It's just new coach. Y'all had a spark, you know what I'm saying? Some good things were happening at first, but it just is what it is, bro.
Hey, I feel it. I definitely wouldn't bet in this game, and if I weren't impartial, I wouldn't even bet on my squad. But because we are, my team can win if we play to our potential. Now, we've shown it this season where we can beat good teams like the Pats, dude, and get it done. But again, it's really kind of a crisis of identity and a crisis of philosophy in terms of how we want to play. Marvin Jones, I believe, is going to be out. So that's not amazing, but it's not like he was super utilized anyway thus far this season. So, just kind of depends on what's going to happen. If we can run the ball well, I mean, the Kitties can legitimately win the game. I mean, the Panthers have been known to have some letdowns, and it could be this week. I wouldn't bet on it personally, but hey, we'll see what happens. And hopefully, my Kitties can steal one. I don't think that brings them any closer to getting back in the hunt. Yeah. But maybe it's about time they start playing spoiler. So we'll see what's good with that. All right, it's a must-win game that we alluded to in our last segment. It's the Titans at the Colts, and the line is 1.5 for the Colts at home. Man,
look, Colts are a pretty good team. They utilize the tight end well. Again, I don't know why AccuWeather it's snowing in Indianapolis here. All right,
it is indoors.
The Titans have one of the stingiest defenses in the red zone. Right, one of these stingiest. They're being very creative on offense. I have to go with the Titans on this game. Sorry, Chad.
Well, Chad, you don't have to be sorry, because I'm picking the Colts at home. I think the Colts understand that they have to win. I don't trust the Titans at home. And they're making use of the old member of the Kitties, Eric Ebron. They're making him look like a new man. And if they can sling it around, kind of get it ugly at the line of scrimmage in terms of just keeping the Titans down to earth, I think they can win an ugly one. And just for the home field advantage, I'm going to take the Colts at home. I think that they can win and stay in the hunt. I think Titans, great. You got one at the Pats, dude, last week, but hey, don't get so comfortable there, Tennessee. So we'll see what's good with that. Moving right along here, taking it back to the NFC. It's the old pirate ship sailing in to the Meadowlands. The G-Men, who are defeated. That's right, I did say undefeated. I said defeated at home. And the line is 2.5 for the G-Men.
Let's see here. You know what? I might pay for this, but I'm going to go with the G-Men. I just feel like Saquon Barkley will get loose because their defense is weird as shit. I really do. Just feel like the Bucs defense is just weird as shit. Saquon Barkley will have a big game. Odell will have a big game. Eli's finally starting to get the rock to the man. So, yeah, I'm going to G-Man.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Buccaneers' fatal flaw is going to be dumb turnovers, and I think the G-Men will do just good enough to, establish a running game, utilize Eli for whatever he has left in terms of making sure that he doesn't cost the team the game and get the best out of him when he does throw. And, I think it's at that point where, I think they're going to have a little bit of juice left in them because it's like, look, I think they already know their season's over, and the Buccaneers ain't doing shit anyway. So, they want to win in front of their home fans, and I do think they get it done. I'm definitely wouldn't be watching this game, but I think your instincts are right, and I do think the G-Men, play just sound enough to get it done at home. Now here's a good one. I'm really interested in this game. It's a 6-3 Texans at the 6-3 Deadskins, and the line is 3 for the Texans on the road.
The Kent Thames versus the Redskins. All right. Well, 2 stout defenses, right? Holes. Well, the one thing that the Redskins have that the Texans don't is Alex Smith. Right? I'm not taking anything away from Deshaun Watson, but he hasn't been playing very consistent this year. Your man's has been making him look really good. What's the kid's name, the receiver?
Good question. I don't even know. I don't even watch the Redskins like that. So
I can never remember his name. But he was
Adrian Peterson, who's fucking, you know what I mean, drinking from the fountain of youth.
Right. Texas, his receiver wears number 10. I can't think of his name right now. But he's really been making Deshaun Watson look good. Deshaun hasn't been using his name.
DeAndre Hopkins. I'm sorry. I thought you were
Hopkins.
Hopkins.
Yeah. Couldn't think of his name for either. I'm going to go with the Redskins at home. I feel like we just talked about Adrian Peterson being the X factor. I think he'll run the ball pretty well. They'll use line, they'll run the ball. Then that'll open up some big play action pass. We know how Alex Smith likes to think and dump. He's gonna run the ball a little bit, you know what I'm saying, with his legs, to extensive plays. I just feel like the Redskins will get the win.
Correct. I'm going to agree. To me, this is a classic home and away matchup, meaning if you flipped it around, I would pick the other home team. I'm picking the Deadskins for that reason. I have a sneaking suspicion that it's going to be close and something is going to happen to fuck over the Texans late in the game. I'm predicting some sort of call reversal, particularly as it relates to a DeAndre Hopkins catch. I do think there's going to be some plays made by the Texans on defense, and I think the Redskins will establish a running game enough and do the short yardage shit to hold the ball for longer. It's going to be, to me, it's going to be a time of possession game for sure. So that's what I think is going to be the ingredients for the Redskins to get it done. And you know, it's a weird thing to say, but fucking stay clearly on top of the NFC East. It's not something you really say too often about the Deadskins, but hey, here we are. Now. Oh, JB, revenge is a dish best served cold. It's the Steelers at the Jaguars, who mashed them out in last year's playoffs, and the line is 5 for the Steelers on the road.
Well, you know what? Rolling with the Steelers, man. They're playing with a lot of confidence, playing fast. There's a lot of turmoil going on in Jacksonville.
Yeah, I mean, no much more to say than that. Way too much turmoil. You know, Steelers are getting hot, and they're going to really start making a run. And I wouldn't be surprised if this is a potential brawl on the field candidate. I feel like some of those younger Jaguars players are going to realize their season's over, and they're going to start getting real ornery and pissy. And don't be surprised if we see some of the DBs trying to square up with some of the Steelers offensive linemen in this one. I have a prediction on that as well, but I do think the Steelers are going to roll down in Duval. Moving right along here, matchup we were talking to in the last segment, talking about Bungles at the Ravens, and Vegas hasn't even put a line on this. Oh man, Vegas doesn't even know. Shit.
Vegas like, fuck that shit. I ain't touching that.
Right, we ain't even touching that. Keep your goddamn money.
Man, I gotta go with the Bengals, just because the Ravens, the uncertainty at quarterback. I gotta go with the Bengals. They do know who they are as a team. They just have so much inconsistency as a team, but they do have a certain identity. They know who they are. They know what they do. They know what they do well. I don't think the Ravens at this point. They do kind of, but they're just not going to do it at a level high enough to beat the Bengals.
Yeah, I agree. I'm picking the Bengals. I think there's going to be too much pressure on the Ravens defense. I think you will see some flashes, particularly if it is RG3. They do have some playmakers that they can get the ball to. It's going to be interesting to see how they adjust that offense for him in terms of what he can do. But, I think it's just too much of a cohesive unit with what the Bengals do have. And I think they do get a win that does keep them alive. So I'm going to pick the Bengals as well. All right, Bizzle, man. Boy, I tell you.
Oh, shit.
If I didn't have any emotional stake as it relates to you in this game, God almighty, this would absolutely be a do I really have to watch this candidate. Yeah, but right. It is the Oakland, what's their team? I'm not sure what their
Oakland
team's called.
Henderson, I think that they're Henderson Raiders.
Right. Yeah, they're Henderson Raiders. They're fucking Raiders at the Birdgang. Cardinals. Line is 5.5 for the Cardinals at home.
We don't even give them the motherfucking Well, like, fuck it, they the Raiders. So,
right.
Here we go. You know I'm going with the Birdgang, man. I just left him up at State Farm Stadium, man. I could just feel the wind. Feel it coming. I know there's going to be a shitload of black and silver in that stadium because that's just it. But I feel like we are a better team overall. We'll get the win.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, if there's one thing that the Birdgang can show for this season thus far, they're not bad because they're not trying. Like they can actually compete. That's one thing. If there's anything that you can say about when this season's all done and over with, there's the foundation there to win. Sometimes, and I mean, it's a prime example of the team that they're facing. They're facing a team that's having a garage sale. They're facing a team that's like, fuck it, we have a new coach. He's deciding to rebuild now. We already had some good playmakers, but we're going to get rid of them, a la Khalil Mack, a la Bruce Irvin to the Falcons, as you spoke of earlier. And as JB has predicted, possibly Derek Carr at the end of the season if young Chucky really wants to do a full rebuild. So you're looking at a team who's bad because they're choosing to be bad, and then you're looking at a team who's bad that just needs to, keep adding to what they're doing. And I do think the Cardinals will get it done, and I think it's a much needed win, to get some life into the Cardinals and see if they can, maybe rattle off another one or two, after that. So we'll see what's good. I'm picking the Birdgang too. All right, moving right along. It's the Broncos heading into the L.A., Orange County, San Diego, fucking Carson, fucking Barstow, fucking Cerritos, goddamn Bakersfield Chargers, and Chargers have a line of 7 at a home game that's never really a home game, but the Chargers are fucking 7-2 out here in these NFL streets.
Speak on it, speak on it, speak on it. All right, let's do this, man. Carson, California, stand the fuck up. Chargers gonna get the W, throwing up the W at the StubHub Center.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. Chargers at home. Nothing more to really be said about that. Broncos, it's over for you, buddy. It's over for you, dude. It's not gonna work out. Right. May make it a little bit tough, but I definitely am picking the Chargers as well. All right, it's the EAGLES Eagles going into the old Gumbo Bowl. The Saints, high flying Saints, playing some good ball, and the line's a touchdown and a half for the Drew Brees and the Saints at home. The
Florida Leafs will be shining bright as fuck in New Orleans. Mm-hmm. All right, bottom line. Mercedes-Benz Superdome, the big pop gumbo, baby, gonna be hot and bubbling over. Philly ain't got nothing for him. Thanks.
Yeah, I agree. Saints at home. This is definitely gonna be a good gut check game for the Eagles to see if they really want to try to make a run of it this season. I don't think it's gonna happen, only for the simple fact that they're just gonna get, they're going against a team that's just not only has great players, but just is rolling. And I mean, when you're playing a team like that, man, you better really come to play, and you better be sure of yourself, or you can get mashed the fuck out.
And look, ain't no stopping either. Like that's not a team that you're gonna say, oh man, they're not gonna come out and play well on Sunday. The hell they not. Right. They're gonna come out and play well every Sunday, and the fact that they're at home just magnifies the shit by out.
Oh yeah, 100%. In the words of somebody who said it, I can't remember who said it, but damn it, it's a great quote. You can't stop them. You can only hope to contain them.
Yes, sir.
You can only hope to contain the Saints. Yes, maybe you contain Alvin Kamara a little bit. Maybe you do. Maybe you contain Mark Ingram a little bit. But it's not going to happen consistently enough to win, and I'm picking the Saints as well. All right, Sunday Night Football. This is actually going to be a good one. It's going to be the Vikings at the Bears. All right, and the line is 2.5 for the Bears at home.
Classic black and blue division. November, 36 degrees. It's going to be nice and nippy. You know what I'm saying? Soldier Field, what it do? Chi-Town standing up against the Vikings. It's already a division rivalry. It's already the black and blue division. Add an entity of Sunday Night Football. The Bears will get it done. Risky Trubisky. You know what I'm saying? That Bears defense wilding. You know what I'm saying? Khalil Mack back. Hey, going down. The Bears get the W.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I knew, and I said that, you remember I was saying this last year. The Bears are coming. They have some playmakers, and I didn't think it was going to be this year. I thought they were going to be decent, but hey, man, they're number one in the division. I mean, this is going to be a real statement game. They're on prime time. They're 4-1 at home. They got playmakers. They have a good winning way about them right now. Vikings, I mean, listen, really to me, it's going to come down to Kirk Cousins.
Right.
It really is. Kirk, are you gonna be you like that Kirk, or are you gonna be you don't like that Kirk? And this is the game. These are the games that you get the paycheck for, sir. This is why you got that big old fucking Brinks truck. Is for a game like this. And if you don't show up
over 3 years, some stupid shit.
Right. If you don't show up for this game, man, you better be saving some of your shekels because they may have to cut off that gravy train on your non-guaranteed ass down the line. So you better fucking figure that shit out, man, because this is a game that the Vikings have to win not only to stay in the division hunt but in the wild card picture because they have a tie on their fucking record that could fuck them over as well. So I'm gonna pick the Bears at home. I think as much as I don't fuck with the Bears, with how they're playing, it's high time that they actually get a big statement win to actually fucking do something for once. And finally, it's a game that, god damn it, I wish I could be here to go to it, but damn it, I'll be out of town, visiting fans, doing shows. Chiefs at Rams, fucking possible Super Bowl preview, 9-1 versus 9-1, two really good teams. The Rams are undefeated at home, and the line is 3.5 for them at home. I thought that line would be closer, but man, what do you think is going to happen in this one? This is definitely a get your popcorn ready matchup.
Well, I tell you what, man, this is going to boil down to if the Chiefs can contain Aaron Donald. I think that's the only factor, because I'm not really concerned with them. I just, really, and just to be completely honest with you, the Chiefs' defense is getting sneaky good, right? Justin Houston's back, okay? They got the kid Ford on the other side. They got the big old kid in the middle. That's a ill combination right there, okay? So what I'm telling you right now is, from an offensive coordinator standpoint, I'm looking like this. I have to run between the tackles now because running outside of Justin Houston don't happen too often. Running outside of Ford is not going to happen too often because these are two big dudes, right? Quote unquote outside linebackers. My ass. Both of them are 6'2", 6'3", and both of them weigh like 260 pounds. Those are small 4'3" defensive ends, right? And then the big boy in the middle, clogging up shit, all right? The defensive backfield of the Chiefs is playing sneaky good, all right? These are things that people aren't talking about. Teams are scoring less and less points against the Chiefs, all right? But the Chiefs are putting up points. They're going to do that. Tyreek Hill, the X factor. I don't think that the Rams have any answer for Tyreek Hill, all right? I don't think they do. Nobody else has. All right, maybe once or twice the team has shut him down. And when I say shut him down, maybe he scored once. You know what I mean? So, call me crazy. But I think them damn Chiefs go get it done.
I don't think you're crazy at all. I'm picking the Chiefs as well for those reasons that you illustrated. I mean, I don't know, man. The interesting thing about these last couple of weeks is that you've been able to see some holes in what the Rams are doing.
Oh, and real quick, Benny. Cooper Kupp, we wish you a quick recovery, buddy. He's out. He's gone. Torn ACL.
Yeah, exactly. And that, I mean, he's kind of the security blanket for Goff, and he's not going to be there. And I mean, the interesting thing about the Rams is you mentioned Aaron Donald. Once you kind of get past Aaron Donald, they have kind of a hot and cold ability to stop people.
Dominican Sue he's just there right now. You know what I'm saying? He makes some plays.
Just a body.
Yeah, he's just there right now. So he's not the dominating force that he used to be.
Yeah, so I'm going to pick the Chiefs as well because I think with the coaching of old Big Red and the gunsling of Pat Mahomes to get to his playmakers, I think they can really carve up the Rams. I think it will be a really good game through 3.5, and I think there's going to be a moment around, I'm going to say the 5-4 minute mark, somewhere around in there, where it's going to be a blow the doors wide open opportunity for the Chiefs, where it's going to take about 3.5, 3 3/4 of a game, but then they're going to get to the point where they're going to go up by about 7-10 and seal it. I think is what's going to happen late. And a lot of Chiefs, like you say about the Desert Bros, there's going to be a lot of Chiefs fans in the building too. So it's definitely not going to be a clear cut home field for the Rams. Because remember, this game, the other factor is this game was supposed to be played in that old jank ass field in Mexico City.
Right, they ended up changing the game because of the field conditions. Yeah, so
exactly.
Tell you what, man, it's Monday Night Football. All right, Monday Night Football in LA. Here's a little disclaimer, guys. You better get there early. You better leave your house 3 hours ahead of time to get to the stadium because it's gonna be nasty. It's gonna be funky. Traffic's gonna be disgusting. The game starts at 6:15 Mountain Time.
Yeah, mountain time.
Mountain time. Okay, so yeah, man, I'm rolling with the Chiefs on this. The Rams, I think Todd Gurley's going to do his thing because I don't really see him having an answer for Todd Gurley, but I just think that Tyreek Hill and all of the other weapons, Kareem Hunt, they're just going to have a better game offensively, the Chiefs.
Right. Yeah, I agree. So we're both going to pick the Chiefs at home. All right, folks. That does it here for Savage Picks Week 11. We'll see who was right, who was wrong, who was both right, who was both wrong. What's up, reviewers? It's your man, Benny Blue, and this episode of the podcast is brought to you by rotosurance.com. Protect your fantasy team by buying fantasy sports insurance today. Go to rotosurance.com and use our promo code JBBenny20 for 20% off your order. All right, JB, we've been talking for nearly an hour. We've given the reviewers yet another fine audio recording. Making up words. Fuck it, we don't care. It's ours now, damn it. Patent pending. Speaking of patent pending, one of your favorite segments, one of your most iconic sayings on the whole history of this podcast, and in spirit of our merch, which once again, go to jbandbennybluereview.com/merch. Cop that new Don't Be Dumb hoodie Black Friday sale. Use the promo code TheReview for free shipping. Follow us at JBandBennyBlue, all that good stuff for more updates on that. Deal ends Cyber Monday. Make sure you get done. Artists, if you do it, you get your music played on the podcast if you cop a hoodie. Maybe let's leave the people with a don't be dumb that they can ponder on and make sure that they stay on the right track in their motherfucking lives.
Yes. Well, this don't be dumb really goes out to the world. All right, I mean the world. I ain't somebody in the United States of America.
The whole world.
All right. Don't be dumb, man. Don't be racist. Don't be sexist. Don't be a bigot. Don't be anything negative. All right. Positive vibes only, okay? Positive vibes only. That's what we on. Going into 2019, positive vibes only. I'm talking about we getting irie like it's Woodstock, all right? We are spreading love all over this big old blue planet. We are spreading love. So don't be dumb, all right? If you got hate in your heart, keep it in your fucking heart. Or matter of fact, look yourself in the mirror and say, hey, man, something wrong with me. I got to get over this dumb shit. It don't do me no good to hate somebody that breathes the same air as me, pumps the same blood in their veins as me. It don't fucking do me no good. Live your motherfucking life the way you want to live it, but don't let the way you live your life intrude on nobody else. So what I'm saying is, you live your motherfucking life, you let the other motherfucker live their life, all right? Don't be dumb in trying to control somebody and try to force your religion, your beliefs, your creed, your color on any other race, creed, religion, or color. Don't be dumb, world. There it is.
You heard it from the man himself. And as we wrap up, bro, any final thoughts or shout outs here to the reviewers before we get up on out of here?
And shout out to the reviewers, man. Like always, we want to shout out to the reviewers. We appreciate y'all rocking with us. Go out, support us, man. You love your boys, JB and Benny Blue. We love y'all. Go out and cop that merch, man. You know what I'm saying? Show love. So when people ask, hey, where you get that shirt from? These crazy two dudes, JB and Benny Blue, man. You got to check their podcast out. They got some decent merch, man. Go to this website, cop the shirt. It's love. It's all love. Beautiful thing. It's getting nice and cool. Holidays coming up. Hey, show your love to your family. Spend time with your families. One day you're here, next day you're gone, guys. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's promised to be on this earth. Show love while people are here. All right?
Absolutely. And hey, speaking of making sure you mess with us, you can of course subscribe on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, TuneIn, Castbox,
all that,
Spotify, iHeartRadio, and YouTube. Make sure to follow us at JB and Benny Blue for all your social media needs. Yeah. Speaking of Turkey Day, shout out to the Bay Area. Reviewers, whatever you do, just make sure, hey, if you got that uncle that voted for Trump or that cousin that you think is weird as fuck, break the bread and damn it. You know what I mean? Pull out a joint, pull out a glass of wine, and just have a good old time. You know what I'm saying? Because JB said you only get one spin on this old planet of ours. And reviewers, that's it, Bay Area. I will see you this week. SF, I'm coming to you on the 19th and the 24th, and Oakland town business here for some gigs. So fuck with me. Make sure you DM us for any details on that. And that's it. We love you, man. Happy holidays. Happy Turkey Day. Don't fucking spend your rent check on a flat screen.
Yes.
Spend a small portion of it on a hoodie.
That's right.
And help us out because we love you because we are for the people.
Oh, wait.
It's a JB and Benny Blue review. Until next time.
Always. Yeah, baby.
And we out. Peace.